everyone. Welcome to Off the Charts, episode 216. Now counting 500 subscribers. As I'm taping this, I just hit 500 subscribers. So first of all, thank you to everyone who has subscribed and been watching over the past 2 years. It's been a long one there, but thank you from the bottom of my heart. My heart's here, yeah, right. Okay. There we go. Was not planning to make this episode as a 500th subscriber one, but anyway, as you know, there will be a contest coming soon because I've hit 500 subscribers. I will wait until it actually stays 500. Sometimes the subscriber count goes up and down there, so I'll wait a little over 500 before doing another contest. So, and I will revisit how I'm doing my next contest, because there's been a few snags reported to me. So I apologize for that. Anyway, before we start off, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Hit that little thumbs up, the little bell to be notified when I publish new content. So this is going to be another one of my revisiting forgotten bands. And I'm going to go with another Canadian band. I knew some songs, but I pretty much discovered almost a year ago. I went to a record fair and I inherited some albums from my uncle. There was one Streetheart album in there. Then at a record fair last April, pretty much got all the discography there fairly cheap too there. And I actually discovered lots of cool stuff that I was not aware from this band, Streetheart. So hold on tight. Cheers again. So Streetheart are a Canadian rock band, sometimes verging on hard rock. They were formed in 1977. They're from Regina, Saskatchewan. Anybody out there who's not familiar with the province of Saskatchewan in Canada, it's the one where it's all flat. So if your wife decides to run away or leave you, you can see her going away for about 5 days. Like, it's that flat. So I stole that joke. That's from someone. I didn't invent that joke there. But anyway, so yeah, Streetheart formed with in 1977 with Kenny Shields on vocals, Paul Dean on guitar, Matt Frenetti, I don't know how you pronounce his name, on drums, Ken Sineave on bass, and Daryl Guthiel on keyboards. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole... I'm not an expert on current members of Streetheart here, but these are friggin' damn good albums. That's what made me do this episode here. So first of all, we'll go to 1978, and I will say this: I love their album covers. Now, well, here, I'll show you there. So this is Meanwhile Back in Paris, 1978. This is them now. I think I love the imagery, the... how do you say that? I just like a cool picture, and a couple of their albums, I find they're actually really good photographs. Now, I've seen these many times at stores, and I was like, Streetheart. I'm like, I've heard the name, but like, this doesn't say hard rock or rock. I'm not sure what this says here. But anyway, got this. And of course, anybody knows the song Action. It's the same every time I hear Action, I'm thinking, oh my God, it's going to be Styx's Mr. Roboto. It's not. So, yeah, this is the one with Action on it, which I think arguably would be their biggest known song. Now, after this album here, I'm not going to go through all the songs here, but this album is actually, as a whole, is actually very good. Their whole discography is actually very good here. There's one constant that kind of, and you'll see later on there. But anyway, yeah, this is their first album. Would not know that this is rock, but anyway, this would be Paul Dean's first and last album with Streetheart. So he would go on to join or form Loverboy. Actually, it would be formed because this is 1978. So there you go, Streetheart. Meanwhile, back in Paris, and he would be replaced by guitarist John Hannah. And then John Hannah would record guitars for, and this is another great album cover. It's got a Styx-ish, or what was that other one? Supertramp type of artwork where you're like wondering what type of band this is. And I'm like, I love the album cover. This is actually pretty cool. So this one, Under Heaven, Over Hell. So John Hannah joins as guitar, replacing Paul Dean, who went to Loverboy. Now, again, here's the band right here. So pretty much the same lineup. My God, I can't read. There's a cover of this. They're pretty much. See, I know them more as Action, but at the time, apparently, Under My Thumb, a cover of was a jazzy, rockier version of Rolling Stones' Under My Thumb there. This is on that album here. But again, just as a whole, these albums are just very, like, I find them to be mysterious just because of the album art, like, or artwork, or whatever you want to call it there. So Streetheart here. Under Heaven, Over Hell, great one here. And this would be the last one with Matt Frenetti, or Frenette, as he would go and join Paul Dean to go and be in Loverboy. Loverboy obviously was a bigger household name than Streetheart was. But again, there's more cool stuff coming from these guys here. I guess, like I said, stick around here. So, yeah, anyway, this is known for the Under My Thumb album here. So now I forget who the drummer, does it say here? Herb Ego is now the drummer. So now their third one, and this is where they do 2 albums in 1 year, which is actually, is actually still doable by some bands at the time there. But Quicksand Shoes, love the imagery here on this album here. Again, doesn't spell rock or hard rock. I've seen these albums so many times, especially like this one really does not say hard rock or rock. I would say more rock there than hard rock, but yeah, Quicksand Shoes in 1980. Which one? I think it was Sin City that I did enjoy a lot there. These bands are not. I find their whole albums as a whole. It's got to be listened to as a whole. I find just singles, just like that there. Apart from Action and a few more coming soon there. But anyway, 1980 comes Quicksand Shoes, followed by Drugstore Dancer right here. So Drugstore Dancer is actually a very good song. So was Go to Hell, You're Gonna Crash. Pretty much the same. I think Spider is now the bass player on. Is this the same guy here? Yeah, he's just known as Spider, but there's another name that he's known, like his nickname is Spider, obviously there. So, yeah, here's a third one. Again, not really sure about any hit singles on this here, but This one's an okay album. Like the first three were great here. Then 1982. This is the one I actually inherited from my uncle, and this is actually their biggest seller. I didn't know this at the time. So 1982, the self-titled Streetheart album. Now, pretty much the same band. Kenny Shields, Daryl Guthiel, Jeff Neal on guitars, Spider on bass, and Herb Ego on drums. But yeah, this one was actually pretty much. This is pretty much Streetheart's biggest, and I only had this album at the time when I inherited those albums from my uncle, and I was like, man, this is actually very good here. This is I think it was Without Your Love that was a hit song, but again, not as big as other hits there. There's the next two is actually the ones where I was like, oh my god, what the hell? So yeah, Streetheart's self-titled album here, which is double platinum here in Canada, but is the reason why I started buying all the Streetheart discography, because I got this one free. I was like, this is actually a very decent band. So that's that one. Now, this is where that was 1982. 1983. So this is where I kind of discovered something. So they have an album called Dancing with Danger. Now, if you're a hard rock fan like I am, you must have heard the song Dancing with Danger. So sure enough, it is on Ace Frehley or Frehley's Comet Second Sighting. I didn't even know it was a cover. Like this, I discovered this like 2 years ago, less than 2 years ago. Actually, last April when I bought the discovery, I did not know Ace Frehley Dancing with Danger was a Streetheart cover. And that's kind of what Streetheart's claim to fame is they've been a launching pad, or they're considered like major influences for other bands. So here you go, you got, and what, this was 1983, so Second Sighting was what, 88, I think? 87, 88. So yeah, pretty close to do a cover there, but yeah, Streetheart Dancing. And this is where I'm noticing that Kenny Shields, the vocals are, they're, to me, that's the weak point of the band here. I'm not, you'll see why. I'm not going to do any ill will there, but anyway, yeah, the big thing for this is that me discovering that Dancing with Danger was actually a Streetheart song before it was a Frehley's Comet song. So there you go. Streetheart Dancing with Danger from 1983. Then they broke up. Again, don't know much about that one here, but they break up in 1983. Then 1984 they release an album, and this is again pretty cool. I was like, oh my god, I know this. So it's like a bunch of not B-side but unreleased songs or demos not released. So you've got Buried Treasure. Now this is the song. It's still called Spider. He's still called Spider. Anyway, Buried Treasure, which is an album released after they broke up. But this one has a song called Hot Sherry. Now, this is where it gets complicated. I thought Hot Sherry was a Hardline song, but then I discovered it was a Streetheart song. But then, after reading up on this, it wasn't a Hardline song, nor was it a Streetheart song. It was a Danny Spanos song, originally recorded earlier, I think a year or two before this one here. My tastes go, Hardline's version is a lot more complete. more my style of music there. But yeah, this is still fairly good here. So yeah, 1984, you've got Buried Treasure. But again, that's where I discovered, I'm like, holy crap, like Hardline, that wasn't an original. That was a cover by Streetheart, which was a cover from Danny Spanos. Same year, I think, Danny Spanos or Streetheart, but I think Danny Spanos about a year. I know it was composed by Danny Spanos. Anyway, so there you go. Streetheart, Buried Treasure. That would be their last album. Well, they already broken up. Now, they get back together in 1999. They've gone to, I think, the Western Rock Hall of Fame or something like that there. The vocalist, Kenny Shields, passed away in 2017 from cancer. They were supposed to do a final, I don't know if it was a final show or final tour in August, but he passed away a month before, something like that. So that kind of got. So they're still active after 1999. Getting back together in 1999. Just been announced that Jeff Neal is now the vocalist since 2018. Don't think there'll be any albums from these guys. But yeah, I just couldn't believe about the Dancing with Danger and Hot Sherry story when I first discovered this band, like about a year ago, actually, I should say, because I've had a chance to listen to the albums here. And but Action, I knew, I just didn't know who it was sung by. And of course, I always mixed up the beginning with Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto by Styx there. You'll listen to the keyboard at the beginning of Mr. Roboto and Action, and you'll be like, okay, I get where you're confused there, Dan. So anyway, that's my little revisiting forgotten bands there. Some people have asked, what about Streetheart? Well, here we go. This is Streetheart, me. But like I said, I only got into these guys like about a year ago. And I just want to make, like I said, I buy albums here and there to make collections, So the Streetheart one was actually fairly easy to get. But, you want to listen to them and get yourself used to the band before you make an episode about them, right? Not just... but yeah, that was like a big hit to the head regarding Hot Sherry and... especially with Dancing with Danger. I was like, oh my God, I don't read credits as much there, but I was like, that was a cover? I'm like, I did not know that. That was not a popular song here in Canada. I can tell you, Dancing with Danger with Streetheart there. So anyway, that is my episode for today. Once again, thank you for helping me reach 500 subscribers. Please continue, and I'll continue making episodes that hopefully you guys like there. So on that note, thank you guys for watching. We'll talk to you guys later. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, the like button, the whatever, share, and we shall see you guys next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.